1 frame early. Okay, I'm gonna take this. Its speed is really low though, so I'm gonna be slower than Bulbasaur. So, but it should be fine otherwise. I just want to get on a run. I think that's the only thing that's gonna be a problem is the Bulbasaur. Okay, so easy and double. Some speed tied actually with it. With that miss, I should win now. Yep, okay. The other stats are more than good enough, so it's just the speed. Alright. Not the way I was expecting it, but I am on a run. Okay, so this route's going to be a little bit different than the 80% route, at least my version of the 80% route. It's going to play the same up to Brock. But I'm not going to fight any optionals. I will fight one optional wild at the end of either on Route 3 or Route 4, depending on whether I'm in Torrent or not. I could fight a wild on Route 1, and that would be enough experience, I believe. The problem with that is it just takes more turns, and it doesn't really give much useful experience for the coming fights anyway, so maybe it'll help for Sammy, actually. Could give me level 8. But it's at least 3 turns, so it's not really worth going for. And it might matter what level it is, I'm not actually sure, I haven't checked. But I am going to be catching Rattata and Pidgey here if I see them. If I don't, then I'll catch them later. Bubble. Yeah, I'm very curious to see how this Squirtle compares in speed to some other pokes, specifically Pidgeotto. That's the one I'm most worried about. Rat? Nope. Okay, we're gonna get a cutter late. That's fine. Not optimal, but it's okay. This is going to, depending on where I get it, it's most likely I get it on Route 4. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to do a very specific thing with my moves, which is not really optimal. But this is a sort of a test run anyway, so I don't have to do the most optimal at this point. But if I see a Nidoran on Route 3, that's the best situation I can be in. I wonder if killing a second stage bug in the forest would be good, like this Kakuna. It might actually be not a bad idea. It'll be a lot of hits, but at least it won't deal damage. Because I'm mild, so I don't believe I can do the setup on Brock. Okay. Nope. Bubble. No, I can't. Okay, they get poisoned anyway, so whatever. It's okay. So I have 20 defense. Pretty good Sammy, though. So yeah, just like in my any percent route, we're gonna skip. I think Headbob's route does this as well. Skip Liam. I'm just gonna save just in case. This is a first run of this, so I don't really want to do anything too crazy here. So attack Judy does 6, and then Rock does 11. That should be fine. Okay, I got the crit. Alright, so I just win now. Could stall for damage, but I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna... And he missed, wow. Okay, I want to teach this over tail whip. I do not want to teach it over tackle. So I want to keep tackle for 2 reasons. Well, it might be just one now. The first one is in case I want to catch my Sandshrew rat later. Having tackle is required for that. Unless I want to YOLO ball something, which is not really what I want to do. So I'm gonna get the Moon Revive as well for safety. Not required though. Probably could just water down the rest of these, actually. So special attack 30, that's pretty good. So these bugs are all ranges. The Weedle is the best range of the 3. I have poison, so that's interesting. A Torrent at least. So I'm just gonna run up to the next trainer and then antidote there. The Torrent is not required for any of these next 2 trainers. Because of their lower level and my higher level. Torrent helps for, well, I'm not going to be in Torrent after I evolve, especially, and not even at this level as Squirtle, but... Getting Torrent is nice for Mount Moon because normally in any percent I would fight an optional and that would get me an extra level for the Rocket and the Nerd. And having that extra level is really, really helpful because you get Bite a little bit earlier as well, and Bite's a good move to have for flinches. So being lower level, Torrent is much more useful. I don't have it right now, but I might get it, especially if I see a Nidoran here. But there's no point in stalling for damage on James because Caterpie will do like 1 or 2 damage. It's not going to get me any closer. And I'm just going to level up anyway. So I need to take a lot of hits for it to be worth it. Alright, so I'm just going to dip into the grass here and try to see if I can see a Nidoran. That is not... That's the level 5. Cool. That's pretty rare. Okay, so we're going to go for Sandshrew. Okay, so we're going to do... So yeah, so on, I don't know if it's riskier or definitely the faster version of this route, you can actually skip that candy. But I'm going to be doing the weenie strats on this run. This thing's a range. Okay, good. Pretty favorable though with my special attack. And I got the Cronin Zubat. That's very good. That does not die without Torrent normally. Should use Bite there, that's okay. Okay, so I'm going to teach Bite over Bubble. Actually, it doesn't really matter what I teach it over. Well, it does matter. Tackle or Bubble, but it doesn't really matter in my case because I'm... going to be doing something slightly more safe. Okay, so I'm just short on experience, which is fine. Oh, and then I have to grab the worst move in the run. So this is another thing that's slightly different about versus my 80% route is I do not get any of the Mega moves, but I have to get Mega Kick for this. For reasons that will be obvious very soon. Do not renew repel, do not renew repel. Good. Okay, so I have to catch a cutter and kill something here. That's perfect for killing. Goodbye. One time that Jack Sparrow is a reasonable thing to see. Do not want another one though. Now, I do need to catch a Spearow later, but at level 10 is too low level to get now. Can you go away? Because you do the trade, and then you have to pretty much start using the Farfetch'd immediately. So it's better to catch a higher level one later. Might be able to get a really early level 10 actually, but I think it would be kind of slow. In fact, it should actually... Nah, I don't think it's worth it. Okay, so we'll get the Rattata. Good job. And now we go and grab... Now here, if I was playing a little bit riskier, I could not pick up either of these two candies, the one in Mount Moon or this one, and use them on my Squirtle here before Rival. So I can fight Rival at level 20 or level 22. Level 22 makes things a little bit better. But makes something a little bit worse later, which I'll talk about once I get there. Okay, bite times 2 is a range here, pretty favorable one, so we'll see what kind of roll I get. A water gun now, because I'm a torrent. Oh, I'm dead to... What does Vine Whip do? Max roll kills? Question mark? Nice flinch. Good miss. Okay, so it definitely does not kill, because he went for Sleep Powder. Leech Seed, alright. That should kill. The Bulbasaur is a lower level than... Oh, the Abra outspeed's nice with this speed. That's okay, though. At least the Pidgeotto didn't outspeed. That's the important thing. And I shouldn't be dead here unless... crits, which it didn't. Okay, so being a higher level here is really good because I need to use less Mega Kicks, and anytime I use Mega Kick less is always a good thing. So this fight, I can bite the Oddish because I'm a higher level. I don't have to worry about Mega Kicking. And normally with my 80% route, I fight the optional, and then I also candy twice before Rival, so I'm level 25 entering Rival, so I'm extremely high level here. Okay, so I want to teach this. Might seem odd, but I will be. It is very important. It may not matter in the end, but it's definitely a very safe play to do that. Water gun you. Then water gun this too, because they don't die without a torrent. Please don't outspeed me somehow. Okay, good. I should be fine. Nothing should outspeed me from here. Mankey was one that was potentially a problem, but I'm super low, high level anyway. Oh, I have no bite. The water gun's left, that's okay. Bite will kill. Alright, well. That's fine. There's an elixir here. And I have accounted for this. Actually, I'm gonna have to use it now, because I don't have any water guns for Onyx. Normally I would just use it on the Dan pass. I don't have the IV. I can pull up the IVs in a second. The nature's adamant, so it's very good nature for Chideng. Let's see if I can find this here. I have it written down here somewhere. I know it has 25 attack. 25 attack. Okay, I have to fight both these guys. I think it has 20 HP. 25 attack, 21 defense. Special attack is below 20. It doesn't matter anyway, because I don't never use special attacks. The special defense I think is 20, and the speed I think is 22 or 23. It's pretty decent IVs. And it's always the same no matter what. This guy. Yeah, its base stats kind of suck though. It has 65 base attack, 60 base speed, and its defenses are also very bad at 55 physical defense and 62 special defense. But this hack's, as you know, is you just get super over leveled, so it's kind of nice in that sense. Oh god, what am I doing here? Bite? I'm just biting all of them, right? Yeah, okay. So you have to Mega Kick. You can't, well, Mega Kick and Bite do the same amount of or do the same amount, or it's the same range. If you're lower level, if you didn't candy before, Rival. I'm gonna grab the Ether. This is a nice little safety. May not be needed, but it's good to have it. Okay, so I'm delaying Misty. The reason for that is the alt main rule set means you need to use, if you can't get your alt main before defeating Misty, you must do so. So I have to fight Misty with Chideng in my party. So that's the reason why I delayed Misty. Because I can get to Vermilion before defeating Misty. So we're just going to go straight to Vermilion first. Alright, this fight's pretty free. Just water gun into Bite. Okay, so coming up is the first mandatory rare candy. So for Chideng, I'm going to need to get 5 candies, and I get the 4 usual suspects after Vermilion. The Cycling Road, Rocket Hideout, the one just before Rock Tunnel, and the one in the tower. But I needed a 5th one, I realized, so this one is... I will not use this one on War Turtle, I will be using this one later on Chideng. Okay, luckily I could water gun the Raticate because I'm in Torrent. Okay, so here's the problem with candying. I hit level 30 exactly right before I catch Chideng. And because of the rounding, levels ending in 0 get a bonus to damage. And so it is actually very hard to weaken Chiding, or weaken the Spearow, which I'll be trading. So that's what I should be doing next, yes. Very hard to do that with level 30 compared to 29. So that's why I taught Rapid Spin. If I had really low, modest attack IV, then I could probably do Tackle. There's a 13. 13 is fine. So I'll Rapid Spin this to weaken it. So Tackle would have almost certainly killed. Oop, I don't want to run away. And unlike the vanilla Chiding route, which requires a level 17 Spearow, because of the double experience, 13 is totally feasible. It's a little bit slower because I'm going to have to do an extra fight. But it's totally fine. That was nice and fast. Alright. Now I'm going to do things in a very strange order. Do this trade. That was a high HP Spearow too. 37 is like high HP. So for example, a level 30 with my attack, I don't have it actually written down here, but it's very, very likely to one-hit it with Tackle, and also very, very likely to one-hit it with Bubble, especially since I'm in Torrent, but since I used Rapid Spin, it's fine. Alright, so here's Chiding. I'm also going to go grab the bike voucher now. Because I have to go fight Misty, and it's much easier to just use Chiding on Rival 3 than swap Train, especially since Ivysaur just is a bit of a tank. So I'm going to go get the experience from Misty first onto Chiding, so that it's a high enough level in order to fight Rival 3. The level 15 and the level 17 just need Misty experience, but the 13 needs experience from the Swimmer as well. And I'm actually going to potion my Lord Turtle as well before I fight him, because in fact I'll probably have to potion him again before Misty, so I might just do 2 potions. Okay, so I'm going to do Chiding to the top. I'm going to do TM Case, Secret Power on Chiding. Pretty nice stab move. And I'm going to use Potion. I should have used a Super Potion actually, but that's okay. And then I'm going to set my options to Battle Style Switch. So that I can actually switch him back later. So we're going to be doing some switch action here. Bubble, good, no smoke screen, and then I can bite, so that should kill. So this instant text is going to hopefully not get me here, because I don't want to say no when I want to switch Pokemon. Otherwise I have to switch Chiding in physically. It takes damage. Withdraw is fine, because I fight is special. Alright, so Misty time. Misty's a bit easier with level 30 as well. $12 and 16, or 14 and 16 range. Actually, no, it's guaranteed with my special attack. Like, crit didn't matter. Water Gun to do some chip damage since Bite does not kill. Alright. Okay, so now Chiding is level 17, and 17 is just the right level, minimum level, I guess, to fight Rival 3. Whoops, bicycles here. This is movement I'm not going to be used to. Oops, shit. Nice 1%. That's what I get for being a weenie. But trying to dodge that bug catcher sounds absolutely terrible with this bike. Oops. Okay. Rival 3. So I'm going to save for this fight. This fight shouldn't be too bad, but things can go wrong if I don't get reasonable luck, so I'm going to save. Chiding's held item is a stick, which boosts its critical hit rate by 2 stages, which means I'm 1 in 4 to crit every move that I use. That's not already a high crit chance move. So I'm going to hope for a few of those. So that's a pretty favorable range. It's like 88% to die. 52 secret powers. Do not switch. Eradicate out speeds. I should note that down in my notes. Nice para. So I should be fine now since nothing else. No. Good. A para. So my experience is humongous here because of the nice crit. The trade experience plus the double experience from the ROM hack itself. So Chiding is getting very big very fast. 13 is actually really good because it levels up. It's going to end up leveling up more than the other two. And later I'll be using the move Return, which is a move based on happiness, and you get more happiness the more levels you gain. So 13 actually will get more happiness. Whoops, I don't even have the thing equipped anymore. So I'm just going to teach Dig to Rat. Teach Cut also to Rat. Oh damn it, I have Cut in slot 1, because I got a late Rat. So that's kind of nice to have, 13. The problem with the 13 is the extra fight in Misty's gym. The Vanilla Road, I believe, fights... I should have taken the bed heal. I'll just take the center instead. The Vanilla Route fights the Butterfree trainer north of Vermilion for experience. But that ends up being too much experience, so I don't need to do that. Okay, so I don't have I could fight Surge now, but I'm not going to since... Get side to center, please. Because Chiding's kind of low level, and it would definitely get outsped by Raichu, so I'm going to delay Surge. Just going to go straight to Rock Tunnel. Also, as it turns out, it's pretty useful to skip him because of experience reasons. So, because Chiding is a trade poke, Chiding will only obey up to level 30. Once he hits level 31, he'll start disobeying. So I have to be very, very careful of that. So I'm going to do some cheese to the experience to try to make things work perfectly so I don't disobey. Which are kind of weird, but the ROM hack allows for some weird things to happen, so... No, I don't want to switch. And I'm pecking these guys. I think Secret Power kills them, at least the Bellsproats, but I'm trying to conserve. Keep doing this. I need to stop. But Secret Power PP is kind of tight. I did get a. Did I get a crit on Rival? I did not, no. Only on the Ivysaur, but that was with Peck, so that doesn't count. Pick up Aerial Ace, that's a nice little move. I'm actually going to be keeping that for the entire run. Oh shit. Okay, I'm just gonna... I just YOLO'd that guy, but totally by accident. Teaching Aerial Ace. Over here. Could do Sand Attack, doesn't really matter. I don't use either of those moves anyway. Why am I doing this movement? And again, Secret Power I think can kill these little bugs, but I'm gonna save the Secret Power PP. No! Oh my god, I'm gonna lose so much time to this. And then Aerial Ace is the only move that kills Venonat, so I'm gonna do that. Switch it up and use it. Candy. Alright, do not want to fight any optionals. This is, if you've seen BDSP speedruns, this is kind of a similar thing. I do not want to get any extra experience. I was getting some serious Kaza vibes when I was routing this. Okay, so this fight I can actually do with Chiding. You can just switch, but nice crit. So these guys are all both 2 shots. Might not be a 2-shot on this Slowpoke though. Okay, good, I got it. I got the range. I think Winston. So this is an 86% range. It's a 2-shot. Missed it, that's fine, I'll just Peck. And then I get the crit, cool. No. I want to switch. I can't wait till I turn this EXP, or do you want to switch Pokemon setting off? I need to keep it on for Rock Tunnel, since Chiding can't fight a few things here, like the next couple fights. Hey, Pickle, how's it going? Doing a, the Chiding version of Fire Red Plus. Alright, so this fight I have to switch as well. Nothing I can really use here. Water gun. No, I bite that. Steel Wing, yeah. No, I actually do get that, so that'll be later. But for now, I cannot. I have to do this silly swap strat. So I mentioned that Misty's badge requires me, or I can only obey. Chiding will only obey up to level 30, and I'm almost already at level 30. Well, I have a solution for this problem. There's a EXP setting in here, which has a very nifty 0 times EXP. So I'm going to turn that on for a bit. So now I will not get any experience for the next few fights. And so the reason why I do it specifically like this is I try to front load my experience so that I am as high level possible for some of these next fights. I don't want to do this. And this just makes things a little bit easier to beat up on these Pokemon. Interestingly, I did check the Lua, and you do not get EVs if you're on 0 experience, which is very interesting. And this part's also going to look very strange. I don't know, because I'm getting no experience. I don't know if swap strats are still required because Chiding is not getting any experience nor any EVs. But keeping with the spirit of the alt main rule set, I'm still doing the swap thing until we have a decision to do otherwise. But this does look very odd. I'm swapping and getting no experience. Just get to see Wartortle in action a little bit longer. Okay. Alright, that's the last time I need to use swap strats. So I will switch that back now. That was a really bad movement. I wonder if I can peck this fight. I don't think I can. I know I can peck the Oddish. I'm just gonna release. So I thought about just simply turning EXP to like normal experience. Do I skip the... I do skip the mark if I get return. But getting no experience is faster than getting experience every fight, so it is faster to do it this way. You cannot, even if you swap trained on like everything, I think you still would you'd still disobey before Erica. So this is definitely, it's always required to change the experience at some point, or you just start with 1.5 times experience or something like that. These Clefairies are ranges. Hit them both, that's good. Okay, so because the next obedience threshold is Erica, I'm going to be fighting Erica before going to the hideout. Just a little bit different than what the any percent route normally does. How many secret powers do I have left here? Yeah, I should have pecked one, or pecked them both, actually. I want to have 12 secret powers. So if I get a lot of crits, it actually helps, because I can use better moves. So I fight you next. And then right before Erica, I'm going to switch the EXP back on. potion first. Open up the floodgates, the EXP floodgates. So this fight, I thought about going shopping for X items first, but because you're 1 in 4 to crit, I'm just gonna hope to crit everything. There's one. The Tangela is a 10 and 16 range, so I don't need a crit on Tangela, but it's nice to get regardless. I don't think I crit that. I think that was Garrett. That was just a regular at the range, and the Vile Plume. Missed that range, miss. Sucks. Okay, so we heal that. I think I calculated the odds of getting through this fight pretty cleanly, and it's actually pretty decent, so I'm just gonna peck you now. Just gonna do this. Sword stance over attack. And if you notice, right after the Tangela, just like the Kaza route in BDSP, I am just a few EXP short from hitting level 31. So, just avoiding the disobedience. That's why fighting optionals, provided the XP is set to 2x still, is very bad. Oh god, get in here. I have to heal this paralysis again. Oh, I have none left. Okay. This might be interesting. Aerial Ace. So it's gonna be smooth sailing for a little bit here. Actually, I'm gonna put Peck. I should put Peck in slot 2. I like having Swords Dance in slot 3. I'm gonna do that now. Yeah, so the next obedience threshold is Sabrina, level 70. Luckily, if I go to Sabrina as quickly as possible, I will not overlevel. It just works out perfectly. Or by overlevel, I mean overlevel past 50. Because that's the current threshold I'm on. Okay, we get to see Swords Dance now. This should still be fine. The crit mattered there. Starting friendship is the same as on a normal, like, original trainer poke, which is, I believe, 70. So with each level, depending on your happiness, you get certain amounts of experience or friendship. So for the first, I think between 100 and up to 100 experience, you get 5 for each level you gain. So that quickly comes and goes because Chutang levels up really fast. Then it's 3 from 100 to 200, and then it's 2 from 200 to 300. And then what do I do here? Aerial Ace, yeah. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna heal. Super potion. And I'm gonna save. So you might be thinking this fight I'll just switch to War Turtle for the rocks and that'll be fine. Well, no, Chiding can actually handle this fight on its own, but it's kind of scary. Harden is kind of annoying because I have to use an extra secret power unless I crit. Nice. So Onyx is scary, it has a rock throw, but Onyx doesn't have very good attack, so it's probably fine. It still does a decent amount of damage, like 24 or so. Double secret power on this guy. And then pretty good HP going to Kangaskhan, so Kangaskhan outspeeds. It's fine. Para? Yes. Very nice. Good fight. Oh god, three of you, and then that's it. No more X items. You can buy a protein there. Extra proteins do help. I'm not getting anything there here. So I'll buy 11 of these, and then buy max of these. Perfect. The protein is particularly helpful if you got a level 17 Spearow because you don't have as much happiness. So the proteins boost happiness quite a bit. I'm going to be risking a range on Lorelei as a result of this, though, so that'll be interesting. Oh, I have to get the tea still. I'll do that now. Okay, so now I just go back to good old Vermilion. Okay. Forgot that I don't have the TM case equipped anymore. Nice train ID. Okay, this gym is super free now because Chiding is very over-leveled. I went for the slower can and it wasn't punished. So I have a really great move for this gym. It's called Secret Power. Secret Power does not make contact. so I can safely use it on the gentleman as well as Surge himself. I don't have to worry about getting paralyzed. And this level Chiding has no issues, has enough attack to one-hit Raichu, and has enough speed to outspeed it as well. I am like 16 levels higher, to be fair. Okay. Now we kind of... And then I Super Repel, and then I teach Fly. Not to Chiding, but to Pidgey. Lavender. I wonder if Fly probably is not useful. I think Chiding has too many other good moves to have a spot for Fly. And Aerial Ace is more than good enough. I have not enough Aerial Aces, so I'm gonna do this. Very low on Aerial Ace PP. I don't know if I can... I might have to Secret Power. I think I have enough Secret Powers as well. So I Secret Power this. I don't think Peck will kill. Luckily I have one left. Pretty low on Aerial Aces, I'm surprised. And then I can just peck the last two. So interestingly, the rival sends out Ivysaur last in all the fights with Chiding. Even the champ fight, the last poke is Venusaur. Which is kind of fitting because it's his highest level. So it's kind of nice to see it last. You see it a lot earlier with Blastoise, or when you're using your starter. Okay, I do not get the Elixir. I am taking the heal pad. So yeah, Real Pad's nice because you get to store all your PP, and I was very low on both of my good moves, so much lower than I expected, to be honest. So Slash would be actually an insane. I don't even know, would Slash guarantee crit every hit? I feel like it would with the stick. That would be pretty insane. That's something I might consider, actually. If it's guaranteed. Alright, this fight. Aerial Ace times 3. Hopefully I crit once. Nope. It's good to see Peck putting in some work here. When I was like writing this, I realized like if Chiding learned Wing Attack, that would be so good, because Wing Attack is 60 base power, so it's not even that bad, especially with Stab, and it has 35 PP, which makes it extremely good. Super good for the Charmander route, actually. The good thing about Aerial Ace, though, is it can never miss. And there's some situations where it actually is very, very beneficial. to use it. So it's I don't say aerial ace times 3 on this fight. I don't understand why. I'm just gonna pack one of them to be safe. Just in case I mess up my PP. Okay, so I mentioned earlier that I'm trying to get to Sabrina as quickly as possible because I don't want to get into disobedience situation. Yeah, we're gonna keep renewing repels until the end of the run. I think that should be fine. Get out of my way. However, I am still gonna go to Safari Zone first because there's a very nifty item there. In fact, 2 very nifty items to be precise. Okay, this is going to be really bad if I hit someone here. Yeah. I'd have to do some weird cheese strats. Renew repel. Elixir. So those elixir and the candy are not the useful items I'm talking about. Restore is also not one of the items. I grab that no matter what. But the 2 items are in this area. Steel Wing and a protein. Now we can finally go to Sylph. Okay, so if I had bought the protein in Celadon, there's a protein in here that I would also grab to use 3 proteins in total. But I do not need that because I'm gonna go with a little bit riskier. Okay, so we're gonna teach a couple moves here. We're gonna teach Surf to Wartortle. Teach Return to Chideng over Secret Power. Actually, Peck. And teach Steel Wing over Secret Power. I wanted to keep Secret Power a little bit longer because the Paralysis benefit is quite nice, but couldn't really find a way to fit that in. Use a Super Potion, and I'm going to use a Protein. So the Protein's going to increase my attack and also increase my happiness at the same time. Which is super good. And so if the level 17, like when I start with a level 17 shitting, if it uses 3 proteins here, the happiness gets to about the same point as I am right now at level 13, because it kind of makes up for the extra levels. So that's why 13, it's kind of it's a very optional situation. I'm gonna save for this fight. Big bird hits little bird hard. So I'm gonna use a couple X items here. Guard spec. I'm also gonna use X defend. The only time I use an X defend, because this guy hits pretty hard. And I'm gonna go for, yeah, I'll go for return here. Actually, no, just slot 2. Alright, so this Gyarados is a 50-50 range to die to return. Got it. With proteins, it helps a lot, because you get the happiness and the attack boost as well, which is super nice. Okay, this Alakazam is going to outspeed. Hopefully, I think it shouldn't use anything too scary. Use Reflect. Okay, that's not great. So that means the Venusaur is going to be a 2-shot, but that's okay. It doesn't do much damage. I can also crit, too. So I could Swords Dance again on Pidgeot, and that might actually be the correct play because of the ranges and also the Reflect. Definitely have enough, can tank enough damage for that. Alright, so this fight is just pretty simple. Just Swords Dance. Aerial Ace times 3. Okay. Hopefully we'll see Horn Attack. Good. Hopefully we don't see... no Poison Point. Good. Alright, so this is kind of why I went to Safari early, is I get to use Steel Wing on this thing. Steel Wing can miss, so that might happen. Hopefully it doesn't. And then I return this, it's guaranteed. And then Nidoqueen is 9 and 16. Nice. Okay, so I'm just gonna potion again. Okay, so next up is Sabrina, and kind of like Eric, although not quite as close, I will just be short of the threshold where I'll disobey. Yes, for the repel. Okay, so this fight is pretty straightforward. Return slot 1 now. And because I'm level 13, I have enough happiness that that Venomoth is guaranteed with return, even though I crit, so it doesn't matter. And this Alakazam outspeeds, so it'll probably just go for Calm Mind, it can go for Psychic, but Psychic won't kill. And it probably wouldn't even have killed if I hadn't healed, but better safe than sorry. Also, I get full HP for the next section, which is nice as well. So now we're gonna go to Ratata Dig. Next up is Koga. So now I need to fight Koga, because Koga gives me the ability to surf, and I want to get to Blaine at some point. And there was only 3 gym leaders left. My Repel shouldn't be running out anytime soon. It's full HP, I don't need to heal or anything or save. This fight should be free. So return the Coughing, it dies, which is great because it has bad moves. Next I have to set up on Muck. See what he does here. Minimize, perfect. I have Aerial Ace for that. That is a 15 and 16 range as well, so it's not guaranteed, but almost guaranteed. And Acid Armor is kind of bad because then you have to like 2-shot. It's pretty brutal. Return and return the Wheezing. Swords Dance is super good. Okay, so I'm 54 for Blaine here. So I think if I'm level 17 to start, I do not hit 54 after that fight. And I am level 53 for Blaine's Growlithe. So he does a little more damage, but not a huge amount more. Alright, the rest of the run is going to pretty much play out as you'd expect. Pretty much the same as it's not Blastoise. Blastoise fights Blaine pretty early. I guess Venusaur would probably do it in this order. Okay. Mansion, nothing eventful here. I just blitz through, don't need to grab anything. Other than the secret key, of course. Carbos doesn't help. The thing with Jiding is it has... oh god. Just deep tube around him. It has set stats, and the Carbos doesn't actually help. In my first version of the route, there was a poke that you speed tied, but I candy an extra time now, so it doesn't actually matter. Also, I did not need to grab that elixir. That was muscle memory. Oh, I have an extra item. And then I do... oh wait, before doing this, I have to do this. So anyone who's seen Venusaur runs of this game, and I think Vanilla does this as well, is I swap an expendable HM friend to the top for Blaine. Uh... Didn't get burned, that's good. I think the guard spec might actually be unnecessary. Because if I still get hit by the intimidate, then I don't need it. No, it's still there. Alright. Almost done the badges. Okay, so Giovanni's gym is kind of messy because Chiding is weak to rock, but it's not too bad. I should have Chiding on the top, yeah. Alright, so this fight I have to set up a swords dance, but it's not too bad. Good. Couple chances to get poisoned here, but poison point. This is why I was kind of why I was interested in keeping secret power if I could, because it's non-contact. But didn't get poisoned, so that's good. So I'm gonna heal. Don't need to save. So this Rhyhorn loves to use Scary Face. It might use Rock Blast, I'm not sure, but when I was testing it, it didn't. Good. Swords Dance once. Good. Well, it's just gonna keep doing that, I guess. I don't mind missing. Nice defense boost. Might matter, actually, if I miss. Scary Face again. You're a fool. I'm a tiny little duck. You're just trying to scare me. Rather than just hit me with rocks. Get poisoned there either, that's good. There's the poison. That's fine, I'm gonna heal before arrival. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna use fiber candies on Chiding. So initially it was 4, but then I realized 5 is a very huge benefit because of the extra return power as well as the higher level. Then I teach. Then I throw down an antidote. Might as well heal the full, so the one here. And then I'll use strength. Okay. Third spec. So this thing has Feather Dance. Hence the need to do that. Aerial ASU. Bro, no, not like this. Please stop. Please stop. That's really stupid. I could just be dead. I have the revive. I'm just gonna do a double sack, I guess. Horn Drill, why? Surely you have moves that can kill me. Oh, you have Rock Blast. Dude. Okay, so if he goes for Rock Blast now, I'll be kind of mad. Not gonna lie. Really? Okay, I'm gonna do this. Just return. I'm losing out on experience. That could matter. Oh my god. The Venusaur is probably not going to die. Unless I crit. Close. It's a pretty scuff fight. At least I hit 67, so I'm more or less on track. Okay, very importantly, I need to hit 68 for Cloyster. I normally hit 68 after her second poke. So as long as I hit it after the third, because Cloyster's fourth. That's the important thing. But yeah, I love missing Steel Wing into a 5-turn Rock Blast. Yeah. It's more accurate than Mega Punch. And then it just refused to kill Wartortle, which is the stupidest thing ever. And then, of course, when I switch, it uses Takedown. But it had 2 moves that could do damage and just kept using Horn Drill. And I also take a hit on Friendship, too, which is kind of shit. Because fainting actually makes a difference. I'm definitely going to be saving for Lorelei. Because the range is probably a bit worse now. There's nothing I can really do here to boost happiness. I guess I could have maybe picked up the rare candy and in Victory Road. I can also crit, so there's that too. Oops, I should not have renewed that. So I should have one repel left, I think. Box heal deposit. Oops. No. Oh my god. Alright, so Lorelei time. So this fight was interesting when I was first starting. Initially I planned to just set up 2 swords dances and guarantee the cloister. Then I realized with like 1 extra level and a couple extra proteins, the range is actually pretty good. It's a 13 and 16 normally. It's going to be lower now because I might actually have lower happiness. But the problem with doing the double setup is if the dugong goes for Ice Beam, it can 2-hit you. Okay, that's fine. And the Slowbro's Ice Beam also does a lot of damage, despite it not being a stab move for him. So it should be 68 still, it's just fine. And I believe the Cloister would kill with Ice Beam from here. If I miss the range. Okay, I got it. Good. Okay, Bruno is probably another bad fight. Bruno and Lorelei are probably the 2 worst fights in here, but otherwise it's not too bad. I'm gonna save again, just to be safe. I probably won't save for Agatha, though. Agatha is pretty easy. Because I have to hit a couple more Steel Wings in this fight, and we know my success rate on that is, my success rate on that is. Okay, so I've calculated Onyx's Rock Tomb to do like 36 max, which doesn't seem right, but we'll find out. Third spec. That was correct. Swords Dance. Good. There are 2 more Rock Tombs to hit, or Steel Wings rather, to hit in this run. One on each of the last 2 fights. This fight's really, really easy, for very obvious reasons. It uses double team. It has no attacking moves for Jading. Other than that, of course. I'm gonna heal that, because I don't know how much I do to myself. I don't want to find out. What? Toxic. Yeah, I'm gonna Sword Stance again, and then I'll full restore again. Normally it just double teams a bunch, and then... Bruh. Thank you. Okay. Unfortunately, I need to go to +3 because Or +4. It's gonna end up being +3 because of the Arbok, but intimidating. But +1 return doesn't kill Arbok. Actually, no, I think +1 return does, but +1 aerial ace does not kill either no, it doesn't kill the second Gengar. The first Gengar, you're at +2. Okay, I'm gonna save for Lance. Don't need to heal because I'm at full HP. So I want to see a couple bites here, ideally. So I have to set up 2 Swords Dances and 1x speed. Because being slower than Aerodactyl is not a good idea. Dragon Rage turn 1 is not good. 1. Still fine. 2. That's actually totally fine to get all Dragon Rages. Okay, just need to hit a Steel Wing now. Very good. Alright, that's a win. Time is 1:32 so far. Kind of right around what I was expecting. Looks like my experience actually hasn't suffered too much from that shared experience on Rival, since I'm right around where I should be, level-wise. Okay, so I just need to heal. I do not even need to use an elixir at all because you have so many return PP. It's actually just, you actually don't even need to use an elixir once. So I've got these extra healing, these extra PP items in my inventory that I don't need. Okay. Aerial Ace does about 40 damage here. So I calculate it's not worth it to use an X defend. Spec. This thing does know Sand Attack, and I won't get hit by Sand Attack because of Keen Eye, but it also knows Feather Dance, which I don't want to see, so that's why I set up the Guard Spec. Okay, that's a crit, I'll just heal. So I'll set up 1 more Swords Dance. There's 2 pokes with Intimidate on this fight. All aerial aces, interesting. Alright, Steel Wing on this. Good. Alright, so that's GG's. Cannot lose from here. Looking like a 135? Maybe 134? To be honest, I was expecting sub 135 in this, so glad to get that at least in the first run. Definitely could have been better, but the route works really well, so I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, that should be 134. Another alt main leaderboard, let's go. The slowest of them all so far. But definitely the weakest Pokemon, so not a surprise. $125 IGT, that's not too bad. Alright. Sweet.